And I wish we had Sweeney here because he is the achievement hunter.
I'll pretend to be him.
Or
Hello.
so, but this is this is a different platform. But
Talking
with
from
PlayStation,
the hospital
uh,
after the
Okay, calm
incident
down.
with the blow up doll. Oh, I'm so.
okay, let's move on. So, so PlayStation's achievement equivalent is
Yes?
trophies.
What are
And-
trophies? Please explain them to me. I'm not familiar with
come on.
these trophies.
And with trophies, you actually have levels depending on how many trophies and the mix of trophies and platinums you have. And it always went from 1 to 100.
Yes.
And they've actually, the PlayStation blog has published something this week, and they've already put it into effect from what I've seen, where they're remapping it. So from 1 to 100 to 1 to 999. And look, like, to me, this makes a lot of sense because even with PlayStation myself, the numbers just don't progress.
Wait,
And you feel
okay,
stranded.
All jokes aside, for the sake of
Yeah.
Swinny and myself, well, okay, he's into trophy hunting. I used to be into achievements. I couldn't care less about either of them now. I'm not really familiar with how trophies...
Well, he's not
No,
into
of course,
trophy
'cause he doesn't
hunting.
even have PlayStation.
He's into achievement
But how
hunting.
does...
Yeah, correct.
For the layman or amongst us, how exactly do trophies work, and what's this 1 to 100 thing? I legit don't know.
Yeah. So, with like Xbox, you get achievement points essentially, or gamer score.
50
and it just keeps on
Gs
adding
for
up, right? And that's
pressing
the
A
number.
at the start screen. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas with PlayStation, you get, all these like different trophies, and then some games don't even have a platinum trophy. Like, it's quite more open compared to to Xbox. But the mix of all the trophies you've received then translates into a trophy level. So historically, it was 1 to 100. So, and a lot of people would have like really, really low numbers, like 10 or 5. And it just feels, I think, and I think the whole reason why they've changed this is because people were sort of like at low levels, and it's that whole sort of thing in gambling where you want to see the numbers ticking over all the time, and I'm close to being level 205,
Gotcha. Okay.
rather than I'm level 4 and it's going to take me weeks to get to level 5. Like, it would take people months to go up to the next level.
I play PlayStation
yeah,
all the time. It just, for whatever weird reason, I never ever got into the whole trophy thing. I see them. I think probably because I don't even have them popping up anymore. So I totally forgot it even exists. Which, by the way,
did you turn off the
I think I
pop-up
did.
thing?
I just don't remember the last time really seeing it.
I always turn it off.
So I used to be into achievements and stuff. Nowhere near the level as Swinny.
Not as much as Swinny.
Well,
not
you can't.
Not as much as the number one
in all of
Oceania
I mean,
RPG player.
he bet Jonah from Tonga, who used to be the former number 1. He's now number 2, obviously. So that in itself is an achievement. So, but yeah, with PlayStation, I don't know. And I think and it's the same as the Switch, I enjoy the experience of not caring about that stuff. I'm the polar opposite of Swinny in that sense. I pick a game up because I actually want to play it, and I actually want to achieve it, and I actually want to, do something in it, and maybe even clock it or something. Not because it's some carrot.
I'm gonna have to defend him here. I'm gonna have to defend him because, like, even he even sent this to our friend group. How his progression
it's
of
amazing.
achievements and stuff is like massively stalled this year. No, it's stalled so much this year because he's been playing so much Smash with us and Rocket League and all this other stuff, right? So I don't think it's fair to say that he doesn't play games.
No, he does. No, sorry.
He's probably the number one.
This was nothing
gamer.
with him specifically. No, he does. He absolutely. I played games with him, co-op. We played a couple of games recently, and he played them, because he wanted the achievement and he wanted my help with it. But he actually really enjoyed playing the games. So yeah.
And I think, look, for him, there's the, I don't want to talk for him too much. He's in the hospital probably spinning around hearing us talk about this. But, I think it's also like, he plays games that he loves and all this other kind of stuff. And then to relax, he does the whole achievement stuff. Like, that's his relaxation. Like, I got to do these. I got to do these tasks. I got to get through this. I got to keep my number one spot.
Number one in all of Oceania.
I'm still annoyed. I was going to reach out to Xbox
what?
Australia and like, why can't you have a category for RPG? Because then he'll be a Hall of Famer.
He would, absolutely.
That'd be so sick.
And look, don't get me wrong.
yeah,
kudos
like-
to the guy. It's amazing to be number one at anything. Like, how many of us can say we're number one at anything in the world?
No,
Nothing.
I've never been.
Ever.
I don't think I've
No.
ever been number one at anything.
So I think it's amazing. Anything, like anything, absolutely anything. It doesn't matter what. Pick one thing, even if it's horrible. It's awesome that you're number one at it.
I'm not sure if that analogy really works. Like, I'm a mass murderer. I killed the most amount of people.
You're number one.
That's an amazing thing. I feel like taking your soundbite. That's an amazing
Absolutely
thing.
amazing.
Yeah, I think with the achievements, I'm probably in the middle between you two because I feel like you're completely off
Yeah,
it now.
totally
Like,
off
you
it.
refuse to.
Well, I
even
don't.
look
It's
at
not that
it.
I don't look at it. I just
Whereas
don't care. Like it's.
Yeah, and look, like I turned it off. I've turned it off on my PS4 because I don't like it interrupting. Like I'm playing a game or something, and then it will go.
Especially
like,
in
it'll
key
pop up, and then I'm
moments.
like,
You just did something
oh,
amazing.
exactly. Or like it actually does something that indicates you're at the end of the game, or you know what I mean. It's like you've reached the final boss.
Like,
so it's like, oh
your,
man, come
your
on! I'm
favorite
like in the moment,
character
it's
dies.
taking me out of it.
Blop.
Yeah. Yeah, no, correct, right? So for me, like I turn it off, but what I do is for games that I love, like it's a way for me to go, oh, I can get some more out of the game.
Yeah, but why don't
Because
you
I love playing it, and it's like, oh, I need to
naturally
do these
get-
three things.
Okay, so here's an example. I've recently been playing Hollow Knight, which is ridiculously difficult.
Yes, I've
It's
seen
more
that you're playing
difficult, I think, than Dark Souls. I don't ever remember having that much trouble with some of the bosses. Maybe
Really?
it's my playstyle, I don't know. But I found Dark Souls was way easier as a game, and everyone says, "Oh, Dark Souls, it's
Sure,
one of the most complicated games."
it's such a good gamer, mate.
No, nothing with that. I'm
Dark Souls is
obviously
easy
not
for
a good
you.
gamer because I suck at Hollow Knight. But I persist, and I don't persist because
So it's like a fighting
it's like
game,
a fighting game, basically. Yeah, maybe it is because the same D concept.
or Rocket League. You suck.
I think what it comes down to a game like that is to stay on point. I explore.
staying on
I know.
point. That's right.
For once, I'm trying to stay on point. I love exploring the game world and going and checking out a new boss and beating a new boss just because of the challenge itself. Because I don't even... Does the Switch even have achievements or anything like it? No, exactly.
No.
And I have it on the Switch, not on Xbox. So I'm driven now by a genuine want to explore a game world like that and beat a particular boss just because I want the accomplishment of beating that boss, not because some thing pops up on the screen to tell me, congratulations, you did this. And if I go to do something in a game, I do it because I feel I want to go check that thing out or beat that boss or do that thing, not because there's some stupid achievement that tells me to do it.
Sure.
And I find one thing that it's good as a result of this is I now have the opportunity to go through more of my backlog because I don't find myself sitting there, you know, almost finishing a game, and then I look at the achievements list and I go, oh wow, there's one achievement that I need to get to complete the full thing, or I need to repeat the same task for 20 hours over and over again just to get it, and I will waste those 20 hours in the past just to get that stupid achievement. Whereas now I can dedicate those 20 hours that I don't have to, you know, dedicate to some completely anything in the end. Like achievements really, other than if your name is Swinny and you're number one in all of Oceania, they don't really give you anything
For
tangible.
RPGs.
For RPGs, that's right, little asterisks. And I find I can use that time to just go experience something else, play another game that I want to play and enjoy. So...
Yeah, look, but that's not what I'm saying. Like, that's definitely, you know, look, the thing is, Sweeney does it and he enjoys doing it, and that's his kind of relaxation time. But, you know, from my perspective, it's more like if I love a game. So Switch doesn't have achievements, but, you know, there's some stuff in Breath of the Wild, and I adore that game. I think that's one of my favorite games of all time. There's stuff in the game where it's like, oh, you know, there's a completion percentage. And just because I love the game so much, I love the world of the game. It just gave me a fun challenge to do in the game.
They can be cool.
Like,
They can be absolutely good,
things, you know?
But the flip side is...
So that's kind of how I
So
engage with
you're
it.
the cool middle ground where, generally speaking...
Well,
Well,
not
I
the
think
cool middle ground,
you are
but-
in the sense that, generally speaking, you don't really care about achievements in that sense, but if it's a particularly cool game, it helps drive you to play that game and explore that game and get something more out of it that maybe otherwise you wouldn't.
Yeah.
But it's cool because you're really enjoying that experience because it pushes you to do more in that particular game. It's a healthy relationship with achievements, I think you have. Yeah. I, on the other hand, obviously stay away from them completely. I think they're a drug that I absolutely was. And now I realize that. So I stay away from it like I would stay away from alcohol, or if I was an alcoholic, or cigarettes if I was a smoker my whole life.
And like, I get it as well. Like, I get the little dopamine hit you get when, and like, I had it structured that it did give the achievements. I remember because my wife, she's crazy good at Tetris, and she played Tetris Effect, and I think she unlocked like all but 1 or 2 of the trophies in her first playthrough. Like, just playing it. Like, she got such a high score. It was like so insane, right? And she never played it again. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, but and I kind of get it because even she was getting hooked on it. She was like,
she still play Animal Crossing?
Stuff popping up, and it's like, oh.
Is she still hooked on that?
Yeah, I just got back to it, actually. Yeah, it was pretty sad because, one of our friends passed away, and it's really, really sad, man. Like, he's in our group chat, and it was really shocking, him passing away. He's just like around our age. So yeah, I think it was hard for her to go back because it sort of associated that. But yeah, she just jumped back into it just recently after a huge break from it. But she's got like hundreds of hours in that game. And she's doing this thing where she's going back and going through time every single day and doing everything she needed to do on that day.
Wow.
Yeah. This time.
Oh yeah, because you can just change the switch and stuff. Anyway, I stopped playing that. I stopped playing that when
Yeah, correct.
I mean, I think I focused a lot on terraforming the island. And my island got to...
Yeah, and then...
I mapped it out. I actually mapped it out on a piece of paper, and then I ended up creating it close to what I had on the paper. And it wasn't final. I could have done a lot more work on it, but it was close enough to what I wanted that I felt, okay, I achieved what I wanted in this game. And nothing popped up, but I felt satisfied. I felt like I did everything I wanted to do in this game. It's time to move on to something else. So...
Yeah, I mean, for me, that game was really... One thing is, I regret not having that game digitally, because I feel like I'll play it a lot more if it was digital, because it's a cartridge. It's so stupid. It's so easy to switch in and out, but it's this friction between jumping into it, and it already takes a long time to load, which is annoying as well. But, I got 100 and something hours out of that game, which I was shocked. Wow. I never thought, like, if someone said at the start of the year, you'd play 100 and something hours. I think you're
was more than that, to me. Yeah, because my girlfriend was playing it as well.
Yeah,
so peer pressure, once
that's
again.
Right. Yeah.
But
it's a fun game, and it was very
extremely
topical. Right?
And topical to this particular discussion, what I found hilarious is the way you and your wife were playing the game versus the way me and my girlfriend were playing. We were collaborating. We were sharing the island, sharing resources, dumping stuff to each other. We were like allocating, okay, you can have the fossils today. I will have them tomorrow. This is your tree. Here's another tree. Oh, I built this really cool thing for you. You two were, oh my God, totally separate islands, separate cartridges. Don't talk to me about it. separate switches.
She only visited my island like a couple of times ever. Yeah, but you guys are in the honeymoon phase.
We're in the real for a while now, so.
Oh yeah, well, like 10 years?
Not that long, but we know how to share stuff. Okay,
10 months?
We know how to share without getting on each other's nerves.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Okay,
check back in 2030 and see how you.
We live in different houses.
Yeah, exactly.
We're in different cities. We found it was better for our relationship.
So just like VR communication.